I'm so excited for this pilot. You've been in so many, you've executive produced, Spider-Man and Star Trek. What about this one really stuck out to you?
Well, it's based on a true story about a real person. And I think that when he came into our office and said, here's my story. My story is that I was a 12-year-old boy. I hacked into NASA by building a computer in my small farmhouse in Ireland in order to download the blueprints from the space shuttle to put on my wall. And when the government came to arrest me, they took me to the United States, and I started working for the government at 12. And you're like, wait, what? You didn't make that up? And that's only the tip of the iceberg. And the story, as you'll see tonight in the pilot, a lot of our episodes are based on actual experiences that Walter has had. And that's an amazing thing, because we're not just making up case files, we're actually building them based on things that Walter's experienced. It's wildly entertaining, it's really funny, it's about people who don't fit in anywhere, and I think we all feel a version of that. And it's very emotional, I think, in a way that will surprise people. So I kind of feel like it has everything.
I like that you said that it's funny. What can we look forward to for that? Because I was looking at a lot of the trailers and stuff, and it definitely seems like a CBS drama more than anything.
It's funny in that the way that geniuses of that level of IQ relate to the world is super, like the things we take for granted are very hard for them. And so there's a lot of social dysfunction that comes with it. And a lot of humor comes from that. And a lot of humor comes from the way that they relate to each other. There's a lot of comedy in the dialogue. There's a lot of comedy in the situations. And you'll see it tonight. There's a lot of laughs in the show.
How far are you guys into filming?
We're 7 episodes in, and I just watched the 4th cut today. And I'm one of the things I'm really proud of is that I think the show announces itself from the beginning very clearly for what it is, and it stays that right off the bat. Shows often in the first year are trying to find out what's the right balance of procedural to character, and this show I think has found it from the start. So I'm really proud of that.
And with this kind of a show too, because they're doing different cases, you get to go on a lot of different location shoots as well.
We shoot here in Los Angeles, which is a huge blessing for everybody. And yeah, we do some location work as much as we possibly can, but for the most part we shoot here.
If you could describe this series in 3 words to get people hooked, what would you say?
3 words? Oh my God, that's so hard.
Well, we can, I'll average it around 3 words. We'll say approximately.
Okay. Real life story. No, wait, hold on. Let me start over.
Let's cut that. Let's
I think that it's. Oh my God, 3 words. I can't do it. It's impossible.
I'll go on. Awesome.
Oh, you want those kinds of words? Awesome, funny, smart, exciting, true. How's that? That's 5.
That'll work. I like it. I can't wait to see it too. And for tonight, it's the first time you guys have all kind of been back together since being on set.
That's right. Well, it's the first time since we've started shooting that we actually are going to, show the pilot to a new audience. We showed it at Comic-Con. It was so exciting to see the reaction. It's always so much fun to see. You only get one chance to watch your pilot with a group of people before the world has seen it. So it's pretty cool.
Were there certain parts that people found more enjoyable than you thought, or how was it watching with an audience?
What's fun about the pilot is that it's a ride from the beginning. It sort of doesn't let up. And I think watching people watch these brilliant men and women figure out how to solve problems. Just when you think you've solved a problem, another problem shows up. And then they have to solve that problem, and then another problem shows up, and it just doesn't stop. It's relentless. And that's one of the fun things about it is seeing the way that these geniuses don't necessarily see a problem as a problem, but more an obstacle that they have to just jump over. Most of us would get incredibly rattled by it. They just kind of roll through it.
Is there a particular Walter story that you're looking forward to kind of breaching in this series?
Well, one of the stories that certainly stuck with me most is that Walter was one of the key people who caught the Boston bombers. And when I asked him how he did that, he said, well, I wrote an algorithm that analyzed 2,500 hours of footage, and it reduced, and it basically, the algorithm wrote a movement pattern, and it took this footage and it eliminated a lot of people, so that basically at the point of the blast, I realized, well, everybody was moving this way, 2 guys were moving that way, and they followed that trajectory to the boat, and that's where they caught them. And so he did that in less than 48 hours to catch them, and that was just an amazing story. So I think you'll see stories that echo that actual experience in this, but the fact that we have the credibility of these are real stories and he was actually involved in them, I think is something that makes the show very unique.
And that he's working on the show with you guys.
He's working on every episode with us.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much. I can't wait to see it. Have a good night. Thank you.